got the breaking news on, was it Friday? I think it was Friday. That the Dutch FA have voided the Dutch football season. So that's all division from area division right down to, I don't know how far the Dutch leagues go down, but all of that's been voided. Basically, this season didn't happen. I don't know what it means for stats and records and that kind of thing. But as far as champion, promotion, relegation, all of that's been cancelled. And basically, they'll start next season whenever they can, because the Dutch, the Netherlands government, they have said that no sporting events will be happening before September the 1st. So that's why they took that decision. I'm going to come to Ramon first. What were your thoughts when you first heard that news? Because for me, that was like, that's massive. Because the Dutch is a big enough league.
Yeah, I was shocked, to be fair. I guess when you look at it in more detail, it's not as shocking as it first seems when you see that the league was joint, the leaders were joint at the top. So, it would have been harsh to just give it to the team who was at the top at the time. But in terms of, them actually scrapping the season, I was shocked, man. I didn't expect that to happen, especially because I thought people would be at least basing it in and around UEFA and their decisions on the Champions League and Europa League. I don't know if they had any teams in Europe, because Ajax went to the Europa League, didn't they?
Yes.
And then they got knocked out, I think. Did they?
Or did they get knocked out?
I got a strange feeling they got knocked out Europa League. I'll have to check that. But yeah, so I mean, I don't know what if UEFA say that they're playing, the games are going to continue in August. What does that mean in Dutch football if they had any teams in it? But yeah, man, going against the timetable of what everyone else is doing as well, or just make a decision before everyone else does. It's bold, it's big, but it's like, what happens now? Like, what happens with their calendar now? What happens with everyone else's calendar? It seems like everyone wants to just make it their own. Everyone's just doing their own thing. Everyone is just like, Belgium's doing their thing. Holland are doing their own thing. Germany look like they're ready to go in about 2 weeks. Yeah. So you know what I mean? Everyone's like, all right, you know what? Everyone do your thing. We'll meet next year, and then we'll come to a conclusion then, boy. Because and in a weird way, I kind of understand it, because the coronavirus is going to be it's going to be in some places and not in other places as much in certain times. So what if we're all good here and we're down to like low percentages, but man in Paris are still getting lick off every 2 minutes? Then you know what I mean? That if England say we're good to go, are France going to stop? So it's a tough one, but they were bold and made the decision. So you know what, we're doing our own thing.
Just for clarity, AZ and Ajax have both been knocked out of the Europa League, so they have any UEFA commitments. Anyway, if that did come into I think that would have probably come into the voting and the thinking of at least those two clubs, if no one else.
Yeah.
Well, we're already out. It can't. It's not going to affect our coefficient for this season anyway, because we've been out anyway. But yeah, so interesting. Kyle, what's your thoughts on that decision? Well, when it first came, everyone was like, oh, yeah, look at what Holland's doing. Look, Premier League. Void the season.
Yeah, and why not? I mean, it was big news. It was heard it, and I had to go and double the intel that came into the chat and informed us, because they didn't normally when sorry,
start again. You're in the Matrix.
Oh, yeah. No, I had to go double check when the source, the intel, came into the chat and revealed news, because they didn't come in the big bold capital breaking news. It was just Dutch football suspended, voided. Is this a joke or is this real? So I had to go double check. I couldn't believe it, but upon reading on it and looking into it, I can understand why they took the decision. But for me personally, for football on a whole, everyone kind of needs to make a unified decision, because like Ramon said earlier, you've got Belgium doing their own thing, You got the Netherlands voided their season. You got Germany that, you know, they're ready to kick off any minute now, and Premier League are saying that, you know, in this, you know, in like maybe like 5 to 6 weeks worth of football in like June/July time, they're ready to complete the season. Like everyone's doing it in different periods. Yes, I understand that's your own country and that's your league and that's league football, but football is bigger than that. You've got transfer windows and it's all meant to be open and closed at one time so everyone can buy and sell in a certain period. But if one season's done, another's already voided and everyone's ready to go for next season, up your season in September, and like football becomes a mess, and then you have to try and juggle all of that to make European football kind of work for everyone when everyone's at different places, different times. So
yeah,
I kind of feel like it needs to be like a unified decision on what these countries and governments are doing, man.
yeah. I think, and I always find it funny that it's hard to tell whether some people are joking or some people are being serious. And just void the season, because obviously we know it's gonna rile Liverpool fans up, and you know that's even if you don't believe it, it's always good to see Liverpool fans steaming at from the head like kind of like Margin Boo. But it's like, for me, I don't understand what the obsession with people wanting to restart football so soon. And I say restart football in the sense that, oh, you know, we need to end the season so we can start next season. What's the rush? Is next season your last year on earth? Like, I don't understand. What is the rush about trying to get next season started? I don't know. In September, I'm just like, let's just see how it goes. Let's just see when we're ready to start and make an assessment then. Of course, you know, people don't want everyone to be silent. We're like, oh, there's no direction, no leadership. But I'm just like, nobody knows. Nobody knows what's going on. So there's no point making any rash decision. You know, UEFA suspended the Euros until next year, postponed it to allow people to give everyone time to complete their season, etc. So just have time to complete your season. UEFA's done that, and people are still making decisions about ending the season. I think one of the big issues is financially. Like, I think it's in Scotland. I think it's in Scotland where basically they said in order to get your money for what do you call it, for the position that you finish in, then we need to like not void the season, but I think what is Scotland doing here? They confirm the places. They confirm the places from I think Championship for the Football League, Scottish Football League. The Premiership is not done yet. The Premiership is still going. So I don't know how they're gonna do it in terms of promotion relegation when it comes to the Premiership. I don't know what's gonna happen there, but basically they're saying that to get your money, we need to confirm the positions. And I think that's wrong because then people are voting with money as the motivator. And I don't know if it's the same case as Dutch football, because even then, yes, I understand why they did it, because the government said no sporting events till 1st September. But say there's no football across the majority of Europe before the 1st of September. Then we're all in the same situation as you, Dutch football, except that we can still finish the season at a later date. You have completely cut that opportunity off. And then my question is, how does that now affect next season, UEFA competitions? If you haven't confirmed your places, and UEFA obviously they made a suggestion or advice that positions should be given on merit. Qualification for UEFA competition should be given on merit. Does Dutch football, are they now out of European competition next year because no one's done it on merit? I think it was a decision that is understandable, but I still think it was a bit too hasty.
Yeah, it's mad. I think they've said that they want Ajax and AZ to go to the qualifying stage of the Champions League next year.
That's what Dutch football said.
Yeah, but which has got to be ratified by UEFA. They're waiting for UEFA to basically allow them to have that. They've applied to do that. So yeah, but yeah, it's all up in the air, isn't it? It's all like as and when it all comes to a head, really. I
wonder if because again they met with all the clubs, or yeah, they said the club, so we assume it's all the club. Maybe all the Dutch clubs were like, yeah, fair enough, let Ajax and AZ go to UEFA. Because in the Premier League it might be different. Because Man United is not going to be like, all right, yeah, let Chelsea go to Champions League.
Yeah.
Or Tottenham finished third last year, so if you avoid it, if you go back to last season, for example, it's like, okay, let Spurs get in. Leicester's not going to have that. Leicester's going to be like, nah, we're in top 4. Man United, we're challenging for top 4. Sheffield, Wolves, and there's, every league is different. But I still think, even with every league being different, as you said, I think there could have been some kind of uniformity, especially in Europe, where you just don't make any decision straight away. I don't see the benefit to Dutch football to do it unless it's financial. Unless they say we can't pay out any money until we confirm the positions. I don't know. But that's just taking it.
The Championship manager wasn't happy, was he? League One.
Oh yeah, the one who I think they were leading the second division, and he's like, we were 11 points clear. we're gonna get promoted. It's mad. It's mad. I guess I don't know. Obviously, their system's different because I guess the Dutch FA run the whole of Dutch football from top to bottom, whereas over here the FA only do the grassroots, and then you've got the Football League who do the Football League, and then you've got the Premier League who do the top division. So it's even over here. It's even more complicated. You've got 3 different bodies making 3 different decisions that affect every division and every club differently.